This is gonna be a fun video. I'm actually gonna enjoy today. The last time I did a little day in the life of was like 8 years ago. And it was just me. And now, you can see what the Bossfit team's up to. So, the gym that we're pulling up to now was actually where I got my start. Now, when I started as a PT was 2011, and probably a bit ashamed to admit this, but you know, I wasn't doing much of my life at the time beforehand. I got qualified, a bunch of shit kicker jobs, and Job Find actually found a position to work at the desk at this gym, and I tried for about a good year or two, resumes everywhere. No one really gave me a chance except this little corner gym here in Budgewoi where I'd work the desk, and that's where it all started. I just got a small opportunity and we've run with it. So this is the first gym. Yep. All right, here we are, gym number 1 out of, I don't even know. All right, let's meet the team.
What's up, alright? Well, I started was PTing at another gym at the time, and I was like, I wasn't really vibing it. They were like really like, I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. I wasn't able to help people in the way that I wanted to help them. I felt very suppressed. And I was like, am I doing the right thing? Is this actually what I want to do? Started second guessing things. So I started looking for other options, and then Dan's name popped up when I was looking for another job, and I was like, you know what? One more chance, you know, I'll message him, see what happens. Then he got back to me within a few hours, and he's like, all right, man, come have an interview. And I just remember walking in, and I've never seen anyone like built like him before. I was like, what the hell, man? It was like, he was like comp prepped, still had the tan on, everything. And I was like, man, how's this skinny guy gonna work with this big dude, you know? And then we just vibed, sat down, he asked me heaps of questions, and we just hit it off. And then the next day we trained back. And then yeah, it just went from there. It just went really quickly. And then it was in like 2 weeks, he's like, all right, hand your notice in wherever you work in, I want you to come on full time and just start. And then yeah, it was just like meant to be. It just happened, and it just grew organically, and I just loved it, yeah.
So I started with Bossfit after having my son. So I was actually a client of Daniel's to begin with, which was really cool. So I got to see how everything worked from a client's perspective. And I guess I'm living proof that it works. The Bossfit body overhaul system, it works. I'm living proof today. I'm stronger and happier than ever. But the thing that really struck me about Bossfit when I was training as a client was the community feel. I always felt supported. It wasn't just myself and a trainer for half an hour every week. It was an entire system of help and guidance throughout the whole way, every day of every week.
I feel like the gym is like looked at like this big intimidating place when it's really not. Like once you come in the door, everyone's really welcoming, everyone's really friendly. And I just love making people see that and realize that, and then getting their own body confidence to be like, oh, you know, instead of going to the gym just with me for 1 day a week, they're like, well, I went twice without you this week. And then just instilling that confidence within them to back themselves as well, to like create better lifestyle habits and choices and be confident in the gym and within their own skin.
So hey guys, my name's Lawrence from Snap Fitness Tuggerah. I'm one of the owners here, myself and Andre. So first time meeting Dan, I guess what I wanted to do, or what me and Dre wanted to do, was reach out to an influencer, someone that's got a good positive vibe to their profile, something that we've been trying to build ourselves here in the club, all about positivity and growth. Little did I know, I reached out to Dan. I was already following him on my personal kind of Instagram because I liked what he was putting out there, how it wasn't just all about training. I was following more Dan more about his positivity and his beliefs. Reached out to Dan on Instagram, sat down right here. Myself and Dan talked about where we both came from, the struggles that we both grew up with, coming from a background where it's kind of hard to make something out of yourselves, the areas that we did come from, and to meet someone like Dan as well, like-minded people, We just instantly clicked. He was supposed to help us influence the club, but instead we ended up working together, and now we've collabed, and he's part of our family here. Honestly, he's brought such a good vibe to the gym. He's helped out so many of our members here, and just sky's the limit from here. That's it. So welcoming the Bossfit team to our club was one of the best things that we've done. We've got Joshy as well. Meet him, Joshy. He's an amazing trainer. He's gotten so much results for our members here. Positive impact to the gym, has influenced a lot of people into changing their lives, building better habits, and just overall good vibes.
So having the Bossfit team at Start Fitness Sugger here has been an absolute blessing. The team just brings this positive vibe that you just cannot get anywhere. Josh, Daniel, they're constantly giving us value, and I could not say one bad thing about them. Daniel brings such a positive results to his clients too. I've noticed over the years, he's taken people from never training and essentially being beasts in the gym. You know, they've completely impacted their own lives through his guidance and his training programs. So I think that's another big positive impact that Bossfit has made in our club.
Follow his will now. He's one of our clients. He's been killing it, man. He's been killing it. This guy actions everything. He's putting on size really quickly. Very coachable. Just does what we tell him. PBs every week.
Well, I started training with Dan when I was like 16, so he was my PT. And one day I was like, I want to be a PT. And he said, do you want to join the team? And it worked out really well. He's been a really good mentor. Definitely couldn't have gotten as far as I have in PT without him so early as well. And it's kind of like a big brother in a way. Definitely a mentor. Bossfit's a very good team too. It's like a family. Everyone's doing super well. Everyone's comfortable. We've got some big things planned for the future, that's for sure.
So I'm Brad, I manage Anytime Fitness in Morisset. I've been in the fitness industry about 25 years. Daniel and the Bossfit team have been absolutely amazing. From day one they've been like super professional and just a really good addition to the awesome gym we have here and the great people. Really quite lucky to have the members that we have, and creates a really good environment. I think Daniel and the Bossfit team have been amazing to nurture that and give more to such an amazing gym already.
So my fitness career sort of started when I was back in high school. I was playing sports. I got into the New South Wales Academy of Cricket. I experimented with heaps of different sports all throughout school. And then I got a lower back injury playing cricket. So that sort of just got me back into the gym, working on my lower back strength. And then as it turns out, it's just like became my passion. So I just stuck with it, and here we are today. My favourite thing is just helping people out. You know, like when I first started the gym, like just as like a little 14-year-old, you're a little bit lost. But some people, they need that guidance, and that's just what we're here for. We want to get the best out of people, and that's just what we like to do. So I started with Bossfit like 2 years ago. So I trained out at Snap Fitness at Tuggerah with Josh. So he was my personal trainer. And that's actually what got me into wanting to be a personal trainer. So having Josh as a good coach and a mentor, obviously Dan as well, you know, keeping in touch. That made me want to go away and become a personal trainer for myself.
So I was a member at the gym already for a couple of years. And I'm always down here, and I could see the crew, the community, the vibe that they had. He was looking for a trainer, and firstly he asked me if I knew anybody. And then I kind of said no. And then it just clicked in my head and said, well, why not myself? I got qualified when I was about 16. So all I had to do was chase up my transcripts, get them together, And then I was in here within a couple of weeks, and it was probably the best decision I've ever made. And we all have our different facets and strength and skills, so it's a more well-rounded kind of accomplishment and goal for the clients. There's no competition at all. And he kind of just lets us all do what we do. And yeah, he pushes the people, but also like really nurtures them and cares for each of the people too. So it's not like a drill sergeant kind of trainer, or it's someone that really truly lives it and breathes it. So he sets by example, and then people want to follow that example. So I try to do the same thing, you know. I'm in here pushing myself and putting myself through torture so then I can justify putting everyone else through torture. The best kind of torture though.
One of the questions I get asked a lot actually is like why I transitioned the business from DPPT to Bossfit, and you know why I have a team of trainers, what the benefit of that is. And it's pretty simple now. I've been doing this for a long time, as you know, 12 years. So I started to build up, you know, good rep, and I kind of got to capacity, and I just thought, well, this sucks, I'm turning people away. Business, it's not a very good business model, is it? Everyone wants to transition and go to the online route, and I don't think that, well, I did actually. I was a pretty successful online trainer. I had clients in, I think, 10 different countries, Norway, Mexico, and I was starting to build it. But for me, it's not just about generating income and making a big name for yourself. It's about the quality of service. There's just something to be said about the in-person experience. You know, walking in, doing a PT session, getting pushed to your limits, beyond your limits, you know, and having that energy exchange with the trainer. And even though coaching is very effective, obviously, it was just missing that element. So I combined my online coaching service with the in-person personal training and hired a team of just unreal trainers. You know, that's fast track to this point. Sounds easy to do. It's been very, very difficult. Finding the right trainers that not only are good and care, you know, are very competent and got into it for the right reasons and will push people, but you know, finding people that will embody the culture that you're trying to create in the business. Like, I live this every day. It's hard to live up to, it's hard to live with. I had to find passionate trainers that are, you know, wired the same way. So it was 2020, put an ad out, and Daz is like, man, I seen your ad. And Daz was at the gym that I was training at. He's like, I seen your ad. Man, how do I apply? And I had already seen him on the floor, and he was always just training hard, pushing people. It was already in him. So I was like, man, you don't need to apply, you got it. And then very quickly from that point, we reached, you know, capacity again with me and him. So then I put an ad out, interviewed about 20 different people, and then Josh came in and we just clicked. And even at the time, even though he weighed like 63 kilos and, you know, had a rough look or whatever, you know, he had something about him that, you know, proved to be a very, very good quality. Now obviously he's walking around calling the at Snap, actually there's Big Josh Cotter, so he was little Josh, but now he's getting bigger, so we call him Medium Josh. It's pretty funny. Again, so we just kept expanding. We had Big T in the team for a while, but you know, he's opened up a powerlifting gym with Reece Keane called Temple, and I knew that was more up his alley to do that. So it's all love. Just found it to, you know, sometimes you just learn by doing. Join the team and said, you're not meant to be doing this, bro. You're meant to be, you know, really taking your powerlifting coaching to another level. So, you know, he's doing that. And then was Daniel. Man, Daniel, he's been in my previous videos. He was a client, started with me when he was 16, and now look at him. He's a monster, and he's a good trainer, he's a good kid, and again, when I was looking for another trainer, he wasn't even qualified at the time, but I waited because I like who he is as a person. Again, it's so hard to teach character. You can't. You can teach skills, you can upskill people, you can get them qualified, you can do all that stuff. So I waited, and you know, it was definitely worthwhile. Another amazing asset to our team. And then we got another trainer, Annalise. She was another client. She started with us, and you'll see her body transformation. She's absolutely completely changed her physique, and so much so that it's like, hey, now it's time to do what you've done for yourself on a level where you can do that with everyone else, and you can inspire everyone else. We talked about the identity shift of being a client, then being a trainer, and she's just taken that and run with it. And I call her my secret weapon now, because she she just helps me so much on the back end of stuff as well. She's got so many areas of expertise that I don't, you know, struggle with a few things, and she's helped me, you know, kind of refurb the back end of stuff and revamp our systems, and it's been really, really good. And then lastly, we've got Joey, another client, another former client who, again, lives it, went and got qualified, done it all on his own back, and here we are. So my whole team, they live this lifestyle, they embody it, and that's the most important thing to me. This video is just a little bit of a look into my journey as a personal trainer. I didn't make it for any other purpose than to inspire people. Again, you would have seen the pictures of me when I started, and my story about, you know, how I didn't really have any direction in life and how I had no confidence, and I started training. I loved it so much I wanted to be a personal trainer, and when I told people that, you know, it's not cliche, it's not, you know, dramatized for effect. People did laugh at me, people did scoff, people did, you want to be a personal trainer, and I got rejected from every gym that I applied to. It was a journey in itself to even just start. I got my first start, and the rest is history. So obviously, you know, if there's something you want to do, don't take no for an answer. And if you keep getting a no, that's not a no, it's just a not yet. And there's something that you need to learn in order to become the person capable of doing what you want to do. Sorry. But that's it. So that, look, I hope you enjoyed this little look into Bossfit. It's been fun so far, and I don't know what's going to come from it. I'd imagine more growth. I'm a growth-minded person. I work hard every day. I'm sure there's going to be more to come from it. But if not, then this is something that I can look back on and see what we've created. Some awesome results, some awesome, you know, you've heard from the trainers, you've heard from our, you know, managers, you've heard from everything. It's pretty cool. So yeah, and to be honest with you, at this point, I don't care who watches these videos. I want to put them out to motivate people, to inspire people. But if all it is a video for my daughter to look back on when she's older and get to know a little bit more about me, then so be it. So if you did watch it, I hope you enjoyed it, and till the next one.